Hey guys, real quick, just wanted to mention that it is World Download Day, so be sure to hop on over on the Discord if you're a supporter of any tier, whether that is through YouTube memberships on Twitch, or you are a supporter through Discord or Patreon. Be sure to get your World Download. Of course, that is all going to be handled over on the Discord, so check out the FAQ channel if you don't have anything linked up yet. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know, World Download Day, be sure to get it, and thank you guys for supporting. All right, let's get on with today's video. So today we dive back into the mess over here that is Elemental Craft. However, today we're going to be talking about some of the really cool aspects of this. And to do that, we of course need more source, and there is a way to do this. Of course, I've been prepping some things ahead of time, such as our source analysis glasses, which is just like a magnifying glass. I've also prepped up some pure or some of the pristine crystals. And I tell you what, I think I got really lucky. These are supposed to be 5%. And this is the sort of what I got while doing all of the processes here. And yeah, I think I got pretty lucky, but getting these is very costly and took a lot of time in between episodes here. So without further ado, let's get into the cool stuff of Elemental Craft. Now, up until this point, I have been using shards to power everything, and they're not the fastest thing in the world. Let me be very clear, they don't produce a whole lot. So I'm hoping this method can produce enough to be sustainable. Now, what I have to do is I'm going to be making some plates and of course finding some nodes. So all of these, as you can see right here, I need to make this these displacement plates. And what we need to do is find some of these sources. We need to find one of each. But we need to find one of each that's actually worth taking. For example, this is an Earthone, and it says you don't have Sparkletine shard in your inventory. So let's grab some of the shards, and apparently we do this. So this says dineural? Dineural? Okay, it says 1, capacity 0, recovery 0. Is that really what that is? Capacity 0, recovery 0? Are these things important to know? Because we actually need this, and apparently it utilizes the shard to check these things. Oh, that's expensive. So these all seem to be the same. That costs another one. Recovery 0, capacity 0. But it does tell me here, it's not dineural. It's diurnal? Diurnal. Yeah, diurnal. I don't know what that actually means. I wonder if the book says anything about that. Okay, just a quick look up, and it means during the day. So the opposite of nocturnal? So I didn't know that these have different things. So this doesn't have one at all. So this actually might be perfect because this doesn't have a day or night requirement. It should just constantly produce. At least that's what I would hope. This one is actually pretty easy to spot. And so I guess we need to search around and hopefully get lucky and find all the different types of one that's not like very specific like that and only works during the day. Because I don't sleep very often. Now, as I'm out looking for shrines, or actually I'm looking for these bad boys, right? I went looking for the sources. I did find a shrine, and that has prompted me to search specifically for the elemental source altar, because this bad boy seems to have some really nice recovery and capacity on it compared to everything else I've seen, and it has been really hard to find like any of these orbs. So I went kind of searching around the ocean, couldn't really find any. So my idea here is to continue to try and find the shrines, right? And maybe I'll get a shrine of each type, and at that point we can then go and collect all of those. And I think this is a pretty decent way of doing this. So yeah, these are totally worth doing. I had to make some more of the shards, unfortunately, as I've tested a bunch of crystals so far. But yeah, this one's really nice. It even has generous on it, which is kind of awesome. And these chests, wow. Okay, yeah, they offer air crystals and like the crystal of the shrine that it exists, and that's perfect. I mean, this one only works during the day, which isn't exactly what I would want, but that capacity and recovery is the highest I've seen so far. And this, if you know, this is going to be the one I choose unless I find another one. But these guys are like 1,500 blocks apart from each other. I mean, it takes a couple of minutes flying from one area to another just to get to them, but we'll see. I still have to find, I believe, an earth pillar here. Oh yeah, and I did stumble upon this arena, which, I mean, it's probably going to get wrecked, but yeah, there's a bunch of mobs in here. And if we pop through here, there is a phantom spawner that spawns in giant phantoms. Look at this thing. It's giving me levitation, by the way. But that is a giant phantom that spawned. And of course, these guys, which are very tough. I couldn't imagine doing this without our, like, super gear on. So after about an hour of searching, I've finally found this, which is the earth one. The final one that I need. And my goodness, that took some time. So let's go ahead and list this. And then we need to go ahead and head back to the base and prep all of our stuff up, and then hopefully make our way back here. It's weird though that this chest does not have that loot. Everything else has been like that loot effect. The looter chest is a weird textured looter chest. But yeah, I've been grabbing other things, like as you can see, we got scrolls and stuff like that. These scrolls are really nice because I didn't have to make them, and we can use them. They are reusable so long as you have some of the source stored up in a container, but you of course have to make the container to store it. Yeah, like animal growth. That's really cool if that like grows a baby animal to like adulthood. That's pretty powerful. So with all of the plates already made, as you can see right here, I got them nice and made up. We should be able to head over. I did place a waystone at that last earth location. So let's head over here. And now we've got to, well, get this to work. Also, do you have anything? I mean, that's kind of a nice sword, but you know what? I need you guys out. Okay, so with this, I should be able to break this block. This actually makes it kind of nice because the structure is already there. We need to grab our earth source displacement plate, place it here, and it should displace. There it goes. I clicked the button, and it takes a little bit of time. It's doing like a little scanny bit, and this should create the ability, like it's gonna like basically turn it into an item, and there we go. And it has the same capacity, all that good stuff. And now our plate is just a broken plate. And of course, we can reuse this plate by just combining the most expensive item in the crafting recipe, of course, to do this. But honestly, these things are pretty powerful. Like being able to move this to our base is kind of nice. So I just got back and I was prepping some different materials up for this. And I was testing things out, and I found out that once you place this in, of course, I am going to be using an element container, and then this is an improved element extractor, which is going to be a better version of our initial extractor that we used last episode. This should work, and we should start seeing it pull source into here. Now, the particle effects will show up, but it takes a moment, I think, for the crystal to recover once it gets back. So I'll show you here. It does take a little bit for this to activate and actually start working. So I'm placing them one block away. That way I can hook up pipes to this. But what I need to do is I'm going to place this directly on top of these. And this will make it a little easier to make sure we get this in the proper position. But this is, for example, our air. So I'm going to go right on top of it and just make sure. And I am going to click the air there. It's not activated though. Notice it's kind of a dull color. Which lets me know that it's in a recovery, I think, at the moment. And it's going to take a moment to fully recover. Once it does, then it'll start producing. Same thing goes for these. This is going to be our earth one. I'll stand right on top. Make sure we put it right on top. And as you can see, the fire's been there for a couple of minutes, and it's already recovered. So it started working. So very, very nice. So this should start working very soon. And as you can see, this one has fully depleted, but has regenerated. Now there's this right here, a source stabilizer that we can place on these. And once we place the source stabilizer, I can't replace this this piece with a block. So I could accidentally place a block here and it actually overwrite this. So this right here will prevent it, and I need to get one on each of these. However, they're not the cheapest thing in the world. Each one of these requires the Swift alloy, which is the manual crafting is what I would call expensive, because my time is valuable. And then this right here is another thing. This is also a Multicraft that you have to do. And yeah, to alloy those together. Thankfully, I have a couple of these, so this was not that bad. And you get two. So I'm going to get these made up, and we should be ready and like soaring with our resources here once this all starts activating up. Now, of course, the true reason why I set all of this up, right? All of this work that has gone into this just to be able to make budding amethyst. No, but this is honestly a really cool thing you can do. So let's go ahead and actually I need to make sure I'm putting this over the right element. I believe this does need earth. Yep, it needs earth, so the earth's over here. So yeah, I'm gonna be making a shrine that basically can generate budding amethyst or generate amethyst for us. It's gonna generate a crystal on top. I think I did this whole recipe backwards. I'm pretty sure it goes diamond, shard, this, and then this last. Yes. Am I really doing all of this backwards? All right, let's try this again. So the order is earth crystal, this, and this. Earth crystal, this, and this. All on top of element. This should work. This should, yeah. I forgot to put the shrine in. Wow, shrine goes first. This, and that. Ah, okay, there we go. That works. So this shrine we are going to hook up to the corresponding material. This requires earth, right? So in theory, I should be able to just hook this right here. And because we do have other sources, like this is generating, right? And all of this is actually pumping through. Believe it or not, this is pumping through here, which is pumping through here, which should be entering into this. This should generate a amethyst on the top, kind of grow it. It's kind of a place where I guess you could just automate this block. And in reality, I can automate it. It'd actually be pretty nice. But I did want to kind of showcase shrines. And now shrines also have the ability to be upgraded. So there is a shrine upgrade. As you can see, efficiency shrine upgrade makes it, consume less of the source and so on and so forth. Here's the thing though, I wonder, can this be accelerated? It can. So as you can see, it does this. It grows an amethyst cluster that we can then break or have automated. That's pretty cool. I almost wonder, is it consuming more source to be going like that? I have no idea. Doesn't really seem like it unless these things just put out so much source. It really does seem like that's the case. But the good part about this, of course, we can then place this and fortunate, and we would have tons of it over a period of time. But this isn't the only shrine. Now, of course, the true reason for getting into elemental craft was definitely for the fireite ingot. And to produce the fireite ingot, it's not that difficult to actually produce this. You do need all the stuff that we did set up, including the pure crystal, but you just put netherite in with swift alloy in this, and then it produces this, of course, consuming a high amount of our fire source. But yeah, that's basically it. And the reason that you need this is because this is required for the philosopher's fuel, which is, yeah, one of the ingredients in the philosopher's fuel. But there's also some other recipes that elemental craft is used in. Just like I had mentioned in our prior episode, this is the true reason, right? To be able to make the Ender infused teleportation core. So if we get into mechanism, when we get into mechanism, this is going to be important because this is actually a big part of mechanism. And apparently the one way you craft it is like this. You have to use this in order to craft it. And I wonder if there's anything else in here. I think that's the only thing. And now this is used to make all of these miniature portals. There's this miniature portal and there's a couple of other miniature portals. This is just one of the different ones. This is the dragon one. You can see there's a couple of different recipes. This turns it into a dragon infused teleportation core, and so on and so forth. I don't know how good the mini portals are. I mean, it would be kind of nice to have portals around your base, but with the recipes being that expensive, it just seems really odd. You know, all in all though, I am having a blast with this mod, and I hope you guys have learned something or are learning something. Now, I definitely want to be able to use some scrolls. So the thing that I also want to make is a container that can hold all of our elements. We also need a way to, of course, fill up the container. That's another thing. And then I also kind of want to show off these. Now, these are kind of expensive to make, but the jewels are just another way to make yourself even more OP. You can give yourself swim speed, increased base speed. Some of the more powerful ones is this one. It uses a totem of undying from within your inventory upon death. That is crazy powerful. And as you can see, it requires 2 of the pristine gems, which are not easy to get, by the way. They're only a 5% chance, and you have to be incredibly lucky. And it also uses a lot of source to get them. But as you can see right here, yeah, this is that's a crazy OP thing. You can just have it, just to make this, like, just to explain, you can have a restock upgrade inside of your backpack and have this whole backpack filled with totems, and it infinitely restock. And you just, if you do die, it just infinitely refills from your bag. And that's just, you would never die. You would never die. Infinite totems. Now, I just got some stuff set up. These are element diffusers. Basically, these take the element out of the container and they fill something that I just set up crafting for. So I just crafted up these element holders, as you can see right here. And they're just being filled up with the source that is just being dispersed via the element diffusers. Now, there is a crafting recipe to be able to take these elemental holders, which do go in the elemental slot, and, well, you're going to need a kind of extensive amount of source. It does say very high as far as that goes. If we take a look at elemental craft, you need to make this, which does consist of taking those fire-eyed ingots and combining them together to make a pure element holder. But then this needs to be combined with the actual elements themselves inside of the infusion here. And it does say it says a huge amount to be able to make this. And I guess this would just go in the element holder slot. I don't know if these work directly out of your inventory, but we're going to test that out. So let's do elemental craft. And now I found these scrolls. Now, of course, you can make them inside the scroll holder, but I found these in the chests. And so we have healing, pull item, and then growth. I think pull item is the easiest one to take a look at. And it does look like there is a check mark, like right next to it. So I guess it does work in your inventory. So I really don't know why you would want, I mean, you really don't need anything crazy, I guess, like that. But I guess let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's like do this. So right there is an item, and right clicking this works just like a magnet, where it can pull all the items directly to you. That's pretty cool. In healing, if I was to take some damage, we'd be able to heal ourselves with this, and it does consume some of the water. Now, animal growth, this one, I kind of want to find a baby animal. Let's go get some ingredients and see if we can't do this, because if this insta grows baby animals, that's awesome. Let's test this bad boy out on a couple of my favorite animals, of course. Check out the merch site, by the way. Pigs are friends. I do have a t-shirt over there. Wow, that produced 3 piggos. What mod done that? Okay, animal growth. Oh, it does insta grow them. Oh, that puts them straight into adulthood and ready to breed. It looks like the breed timer, maybe the breed timer is gone. Let's see. That's crazy powerful, because with their breed timer gone, you can insta breed them. What? And it produced 2. By the way, Quark, I did notice this recently. You can breed shinies with Quark out of these mobs, by the way. If you didn't know that, it's pretty awesome. There's a green one on the pig, and a couple of the other mobs have different colors as well. If you want to check out that, you can check out my Twitter. I posted pictures of them. So my Twitter handle is @ChosenArchitect. And you should see what some of these look like. They're actually pretty cute. So of course, guys, as you can see, there are some pretty powerful scrolls. I'm gonna have to look through some of these and see what exactly is one of the, like, what would most benefit us. But yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. As you can see, it does use a lot of the water, but my goodness, yeah, it doesn't take too much to make one of these, it looks like. You can use any of the basics. Goodness. But yeah, to make scrolls, you do need a spell desk, and that's how you would combine and make these things. Of course, the book does explain what all of these things do. Now, of course, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you guys get the world download if you are a supporter of any tier. Be sure to do that. This world is quite extensive, and I would love for you guys to pop in and kind of see it for yourself if that's something you're interested in. Of course, that is a supporter tier. You can actually get access to it even through the YouTube memberships, so be sure to check that out. But of course, I do want to thank my supporter of today's video, and that is going to go to, or if I can spell thanks, it's going to be a huge thanks. That is going to Crimson Tactical over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member, which is another way to support. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, discord.gg/ChosenArchitect, you can, of course, check that out. Over 26,000 members, so you definitely wouldn't be alone joining over there. Guys, be sure to click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if there's something you're interested in seeing me cover. And of course, I will see you in the next episode. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.